We're talking about the Tasha K and Cardi B $4 million lawsuit that's going on right now. At this point, she won her verdict in federal civil court. She has won her case. Now, when Tasha K decided to talk to another blogs, they asked her that she have $4 million to pay to Cardi B. Tasha K said, no, I ain't got it. However, at this point, she's going back to file another complaint against Tasha K to the judge to have her channel removed from YouTube at this point. How do we look at this as this is something that she deserves, or this is something that she should really be penalized for because she told them that she doesn't have it. She doesn't have the money. At this point, she wants to go to Supreme Court at this point, and I think that she has a right to, everybody has a right to an appeal. Anytime you have a verdict that happens, if you're not satisfied with what the judge gave you. So at this point, she's trying to ban Tasha K's channel at this point. She wants to stop her from freedom of speech, which everyone has a right to freedom of speech according to the Fifth Amendment. However, if she gets railroaded in court, she can also put some type of restraining order against Cardi B for her harassing her at this point. Her lawyers are harassing her, even though she feels like Tasha K did it this entire time when she told her to take the channel down. Take down those videos of her maliciously, constantly spreading malicious lies about her and her having a venereal disease or whatever the case may be. But Cardi B, we know her to be very scandalous and sleazy herself. Her whole well-being is about this stripper life that she had and her drugging men and robbing them to, pay for studio time so she can become the rapper that she is now. I'm not too sure how long they're going to allow her to go on with this rampage or whatever. So everyone is saying, yes, Cardi B, yes, 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 yes. But nobody's talking about when she was out here on a rampage, going on vlogs and cursing other girls out on Instagram and Twitter, and your mother should have HIV and you look like a fucking roach. Nobody talks about the scandalous things that she's done in her life. She has a past that I'm pretty sure she's not proud of. Everyone excuses her behavior at this point. Sometimes you have to understand when we reap what we sow. You understand? Sometimes we always look at things for, oh, it's only about me, how I feel. But what did you do to other people to destroy their lives and their spirit and their humanity? You've done that too. You're damn so. You're not perfect, Cardi B. You're really not. I don't want to see Tasha K homeless and she's out in the street with her husband. She can't find a place to live because of a $4 million lie. That's a lot of times, a lot of bloggers, they're willing to do anything to have any type of celebrity clout. They need someone that they're, somebody they're acquainted with in order for them to be like, yo, I know this celebrity, I know that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, that girl did a lot of dirt in the streets. And I've heard people in New York telling me like, yo, people done lost their clothes behind her. They done lost their liquor license because of her, like lost businesses behind her and her actions, Cardi B. Word from the streets. You know what I mean? So she's on a rampage because when people were suing, when she's getting sued, when she sues Tasha K, somebody else is suing her for the same thing too. So she's just trying to get back what she's getting ready to lose in another courtroom. So you could be winning in one courtroom and lose in another courtroom. Y'all trying to penalize her because Tasha K told another journalist or a blog, listen, I ain't got the $4 million. She kept it real. She said the truth. She didn't have it. And for y'all to keep saying so a lot of people, they're just willing to say, yeah, she need to pay up, she need to pay up, she need to pay up. I agree she needs to pay up a certain penalty for that, but not $4 million. I think that she should take it up with Supreme Court, and I think that she has a better chance with Supreme Court than dealing with it in civil court at this point. She should go to federal Supreme Court and let them know I'm having an economic hardship, I cannot pay $4 million, and have them bring down that amount. And she's allowed to have an appeal. Everyone is allowed to appeal, whether they're guilty or not guilty. They're allowed to have an appeal. And that's what y'all have to understand. A lot of y'all on here running against these blogs. These blogs are not lawyers. You're not just attorneys. You're not prosecutors. You're not judges. And if that's the case, a lot of y'all need to go to law school because y'all don't have a law degree to keep talking about what she shouldn't get and what appeal she shouldn't have. She's allowed to have it. Everyone's allowed to appeal. Everyone. Whether they're a murderer, And at this point, everybody wants to see her lose everything. Lose it all. Lose her channel, lose her family, lose her home, lose her livelihood overall, which is totally diabolical and toxic. But what do we expect from the black community when we all do not sit together at all? We're like crabs in a barrel. We don't want to see each other make it. Being that her channel has grown so far over this 8-year time period, they really want her channel to come down. At this point, she's trying to ban her from freedom of speech. Also destroy her whole livelihood because of the fact that she told another blogger that I don't have it. She has a right to have freedom of speech. She has a right to say, I don't have the money. I'm trying to fight in Supreme Court to get an appeal to bring down the amount. I'm not saying that she doesn't want to pay, but the amount is way too large. She's not the president. You're Cardi B. And you're a single entity. And your lie shouldn't even cost as much. But you have to understand, with not proper lawyers or proper attorneys that's not handling your case properly, and the fact that you would understand and you told, and the amount that she's paying, you would have thought she was paying the president. You know what I mean? That's what it appears to be, that she has so much money at this point where she can allow a person to pay a large amount of money and take their whole livelihood and go homeless behind that one lie. She has a right to appeal, and I think she should. Even though a lot of men and everybody's calling like, yeah, pay up, pay up, pay up. It's easy for you to say that. You know what I mean? What if it was in your shoes? I'm pretty sure you've gossiped about numerous of people, even your own family members, close friends. Y'all done fell out because somebody done told your business. And that's happened. I've seen that many times happen in my personal life too. People have told my business too. You don't see me suing her for $4 million. But the fact that she has came this far in her career, and she's this big, large superstar in America and probably on the planet, she's allowed to do the things she's doing and railroad Tasha K. But Tasha K has to understand, you get on the stand and you lie and tell them, oh, I knew I was telling a lie when I told them me and Star Marie had this. And you got to understand, you said, I knew I was lying when I had this interview with Star Marie. No, what you should have been saying is, I was only doing an interview. I was only getting feedback from what her coworker from Starlets in New York, when they was working at a strip club together, she repeated things to me about what she knew about Cardi B. I didn't know it was a lie. I was only going on what the young lady told me about Cardi B. She made a mistake by continuously bringing up videos about Cardi B's health background. She shouldn't have been doing that. She should apologize? Yes, you should apologize and say, you know what? I am sorry and I apologize for destroying and sabotaging your health background. That's what she should apologize for. You know what I mean? But she has to be able to redeem herself in Supreme Court at this point. And she has a right to an appeal. Now, she has to get a lawyer that's strong enough to fight those lawyers that's harassing her and terrorizing her about the $4 million. She has time to pay. And even if she comes up with a payment plan, she has time to pay Cardi B her money, her $4 million. And not only does she have time to pay, she has a right to an appeal. Cardi B is running off the fact that she's trying to take this young lady's channel. And that's what she needs to come clear. Her whole objective and motive is to retaliate and remove Tasha K's, ban her whole YouTube channel for the rest of her whole YouTube career. And that's what she's trying to do. That's what Cardi B objective and motive is. She's on a rampage at this point, because she's getting sued in other courts for her behavior of her destroying somebody else's livelihood in Angels Nightclub, where she went in there and she was throwing bottles. She had gang members beat up those strippers. She's getting sued for that. And she might be doing jail time. I don't know yet. But her and her friend Star Brim are still going to be in front of a judge for that court case that she has to face soon, and answer to what she did inside that nightclub, in Angels Nightclub in Queens, New York. She has to answer that. She's getting sued for that. So this is the reason why she's serious about suing. Reasons why she's going this hard, because Cardi B has people suing her for different types of amounts of money. So she has to go. She has to win this one lawsuit. She can't win nothing else. And other cases get thrown out, which one of those cases is not going to get thrown out. That's the Angels Nightclub brawl that she had with those two strippers in Angels Nightclub back in 2018. She's not going to get away from that. They're prolonging her on the calendar. That's what they're prolonging her right now because of COVID. But they're getting ready to, you'll see in the spring or during the fall, she'll be back in court for that case. And this is the reason why she's going that hard with Tasha K, because she wants to be able to win something, make an example out of her, and let her know that I'm not going to allow no one to terrorize me and ruin and destroy my health background the way she's doing. But she's trying to teach YouTube Tasha K a lesson, which is true. She should apologize at this point. She's trying to humble her and bring her down to her knees to a point where Cardi B feels like at this point she has you by your mercy. And she does have the merciless in her pocket. So at this point, it's either you take it to appeal and you go to see a judge that's going to hear this court case out the proper way and get a proper lawyer that's going to handle those type of cases that can constantly reiterate the law and what freedom of speech is, but at the same time, you can't be malicious about it. Yes, you do have to apologize to Cardi B about destroying and sabotaging her health background. At this point, you need to, because at this point, she's continuing on with her trying to get you back on that calendar to go in front of that judge and answer to why you can't pay that $4 million. I would tell them I'm having an economic hardship and I can come up with a payment plan. I can come up with a payment plan and pay you back. I'm not going to be homeless and I'm not going bankrupt because of this lie. And that's what she needs to tell her. But also taking a pill for both cases at this point if she puts you back on that calendar. No one should have that much control or power over somebody over there, your whole YouTube career. She wants for you to be banned off of YouTube completely. So pretty much she wants your whole life. However, when you got on that stand and admitted that you knew it was a lie that you were spreading about Cardi B, you should have never said that, because the whole point is that you only was repeating what this young lady told you, which was her so-called co-worker from Starlets in New York. They worked together and they were supposedly roommates or whatever. But the fact that Cardi B lied and said that she never was a stripper, she never used hard drugs, she never was a prostitute, I mean, I don't believe it. But she tried to clean up her reputation and her background as much as she could to make the judge look like she was an honorable, law-abiding citizen. I don't believe it. I'm not going for it. But the judge, she ate it up and she believed her. Because she probably doesn't even know this young lady and what she was doing the whole entire time she has built her career off of destroying other people's lives and living a really risky, high-risky type of lifestyle, which many of women do to provide for themselves. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. You have to do what you got to do regardless. You know what I mean? But at this point, when she's a superstar, at this point, she wants to clean her background up. Not to mention, how many times have you seen people tell people other people's business? This happens a lot. Like, a lot of people gossip. And they make up lies. People have lied on me and make up malicious lies about me. And, oh, well, I'm not dealing with her because I know this about her and I know that. People do that every day. That's everyday shit. But just so happened, Tasha K built her platform and she had a large amount of followers. And this is the reason why it went to the federal court case, because it was over $75,000. Cardi B knew that she couldn't take it to a small claims court. She had to take it to the federal court because of the amount that she was asking for. And like I said, the reason why she's asking for that amount of money, because somebody else is suing her for the same amount of money. So she's just getting back what somebody else is trying to do to her. While she's suing you in one court case, somebody else is suing her in another court case. So she might win this lawsuit, but she might lose in another court case somewhere else. So she has to win something at this point. Even if she gets other cases thrown out. But that case that she did in Angels Nightclub, which committed that crime, that case that's still brewing is still not been finished yet. That case has not got closed yet for the crime she committed when she was in Angels Nightclub. When those two girls was attacked by her, she ordered attacks on those two girls because supposedly one of them was dealing with Offset. And I'm pretty sure at this point, if I got to fight over a man in a strip club over two girls that's sleeping with my husband, I don't even think I should even be married to this dude or even give him another child. He doesn't deserve to even have a child by me. But she still kept going on and accepting all the cheating abuse that he gave her up until this day. However, she wants to make an example of Tasha K. Tasha K, yes, you have the right to appeal, but you have to apologize for destroying and sabotaging Cardi B's health background. You have to apologize for that. I know you said that you don't have it. You can't stop somebody from saying, I don't have it right now. She might say, I don't have it today, but that doesn't mean I'm not coming up with a payment plan. Or, you know what? I'm waiting for my appeal at this point. You have to be more smart when you say things, because she's holding everything you say against you right now. She's going to go to court and tell them what you just said. So what you should do is take an appeal. But you're going to have to humble yourself. She's going to have to... See, Cardi B wants to humble you. She wants you to be humbled and be sincere and apologize to her. And at this point, Tasha K doesn't want to be humble. She doesn't want to eat a humble pie at this point. She doesn't want to. And I'm like, you know what? She probably doesn't, but at the same time, let's be smart about what we're doing. Let's look at things for what it is. You were wrong for sabotaging and destroying her health background. Everything else that she's doing in her personal life, it'll catch up with her sooner or later. Because when you reap what you sow and do unto others as you want done back to you. But yeah, she wants to make an example out of you. And she wants to make sure that you lose everything behind this whole $4 million lie. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? I think not. However, keep on appealing. Keep talking to the judge. Even if you have to, if you have to put in the complaint, listen, I have an economic hardship. Even if you put in, I have an economic hardship, do it. You have to understand, she would like for you to lose everything at this point. How does that make us look as supposedly the so-called black woman that's bossing up? We're all bosses. We're all supposed to be this strong, independent people. Do we really want her to bring us down to our knees like that? Or do you want her to bring her down to your knees like that to a point where you're losing your home? You're losing your whole YouTube business. You don't want that. Because she's still going forward. Even though this case is still brewing, there's already been a verdict on it. She's still going on with her life. But the fact is that Cardi B heard what she said when she said, oh, I ain't got it. She's allowed to say that. Maybe she's saying, listen, I don't have it. Maybe I can come up with a payment plan. But you know what? I have to do the right thing and get in the pill and try to see if someone can help me out and defend me and give me some type of compassion and understanding of where I'm at financially and my finances. And that's what she needs to be able to kind of fight for at this point. Other than that, she gives out an apology saying, listen, I'm not less than a woman. I can apologize. I apologize. Look, I apologize for destroying and sabotaging your health background. And that's what you should be apologizing for at this point. But the pride and the ego is always going to play a major part in her life. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to eat that humble pie, and the people are going to ridicule her and assassinate her character. Look what she made you do. She made you apologize. She had you by your mercy, and she had you under mercy, and you're going to have people saying all of that. But you know what? I'd rather apologize and be humble about it. And But I'm pretty sure everybody that's going on a rampage telling her to pay, y'all tell people business all the time. Like, let's be honest here. How many times have you someone told you something in confidence, you went and told the whole goddamn family, to your friends, everybody. You done told everybody. You don't keep secrets of your damn self. So how are we going to judge her like that? You know what I mean? But however, what we got to look at is this could be anybody's issue. Anybody can get sued. I've been sued plenty of times. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've always had to fight for what I knew, what type of law that I could use to try to get me out this case or whatever the case may be. And sometimes it worked for me. You know what I mean? Other times it may not have worked. I might have lost out on a job opportunity or something that I was supposed to get. It wasn't in the cards for it to happen for me. However, she has to get a lawyer that has to take that type of case, and on top of that, keep appealing your case. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you should write an apology. Yo, my bad. Yo, I apologize for destroying and sabotaging your health background. You have to be able to kind of, humble yourself somewhat. Still take your appeal, because some reason she's still coming after you. She's on a rampage at this point because she feels like you're trying to play her out of pocket at this point, and she's going to make an example out of you, make sure you pay, and let you understand who has the power, and you are at her mercy. Period. And that's what she's trying to do. She wants to make an example out of you and try to destroy and sabotage your whole YouTube career. It's trying to get you to ban your whole channel at this point. You gotta fight back, but you have to come to terms about some things and accept some things the way you need to. And if you don't, this is gonna go on, and they're gonna try to strip you from everything. But you have to get in the pill before they make that last final judgment on you. Everybody comment down below. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you need to do. If not, you can tell me how you feel about it. If not, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I really don't care. I made my opinion.